Hello Bandits! We're back and looking today at the board-based sports legend from Cyanide Studios and Focus Home Interactive, Blood Bowl 2 Legendary Edition. Blood Bowl 2 released almost 2 years ago, but the Legendary Edition itself released just last week, including the base game, along with the official expansion and a whole load of different Warhammer races. For those who've never heard of Blood Bowl, where have you been? The board game version of this mix of Warhammer and American football launched over 30 years ago and has been a staple ever since. The dice-based game comes to the video gaming world well, and while the chance elements may have been a little lacking in previous incarnations, we're glad to see a solid title here, which brings the feel of the physical game right to your console. The Legendary Edition enhances the 2015 version, adding new challenge modes and solo Eternal League, as well as letting you create mixed teams and including all-star modes. New multiplayer features also let you create your own online leagues and competitions, as well as new communications options. As well as the base game, you'll get the new official expansion, as well as a team pack, including a total of 16 new Warhammer races. Blood Bowl 2 is officially rated by PEGI at 16 and older, and we'll run that down for you here. Online 9. The newer online features really make the multiplayer aspect a place to be, leading of course to likely unmoderated contact, again solved with user privacy settings. Violence 8. Blood Bowl as a title is rather fitting here, and rather than the usual US system of blocking tough tackles, your teams will go at each other looking specifically to floor, stun, or even possibly kill their opponents. Discrimination 5. The different races within Blood Bowl often have an issue with each other and are less than sympathetic to each other on the field. Sex 2. Some scantily clad cheerleaders, depending on the race you choose for them, but nothing really to worry about. Drugs, fear, gambling and language all get 0, having no part within Blood Bowl. Definitely not one for the smaller children, but how does it stack up overall? Graphics 7. Certainly not bad visuals, even when zoomed right in there's a good level of detail. It could do with a little polish maybe, but for a 2-year-old game it doesn't do a bad job of keeping up with recent titles. Story 6. We were pleasantly surprised here as the campaign mode does contain a fairly decent storyline. It's not a novel which will set the world on fire, but as you pull Reikland back from the brink of destruction, it's definitely a nice touch. Sound 7. Good in-game effects and some fairly decent voice acting in the intro clips. Nothing outstanding, but certainly far from bad. Replayability 8. A good story with progressive elements will pull you back in, and online tournaments and multiplayer also serve as a good draw. Satisfaction 8. Blood Bowl has come a long way since the first video game outing, and we've enjoyed spending some time with the Legendary Edition. If you already have the base game, it's certainly worth looking at expanding, but for those board game strategists starting fresh, we'd say the Legendary Edition was definitely one to look at. That's all from us today. Don't forget to check out the full extended review as well as more gaming news, opinion and humour at pixelbandits.org, or subscribe here to keep up with just about everything.